Hi again everyone, it's Pete here from the Purple House. My phone says to rotate your device, so I'll see what happens, whether it's like this. I'm here by myself tonight. Grada's over doing a workshop in Melbourne, so I hope you can stay with me for 20 minutes or so. Okay, tonight I didn't have any questions, but what I have come across this last week or two is people with gut and hormonal issues, gut and skin issues, gut and mental health issues, anxiety and depression, gut and candida issues. And it all boils down to the gut. Grada posted an article on our Purple House Facebook site during the week about iodine, and at the start of that it had antibiotic resistant bacteria and fungi cause more than 2.8 million infections and 35,000 deaths in America each year. And the resistance to antibiotics is just increasing, and the thing that we all need is iodine. Bacteria don't become resistant to iodine. It's a naturally occurring trace mineral that our bodies need, our thyroids need it, and every cell of our body needs it. It kills simple cells, bacteria, viruses and fungi. Antibiotics don't kill fungi, so that's where a lot of the candida or thrush issues come from, because the antibiotics that people have kill off the good gut bacteria, creating bad gut health, and then the candida that is normally yeast in our intestines becomes it's allowed to grow and becomes a fungal force and causes thrush on the outside of the body, and then it goes through the gut wall and sends a lot of toxins all throughout the body that our liver has to deal with. And yeah, there's a lot of toxic effects of candida systemically, and it's, yeah, antifungal things don't get rid of it either. But what will get rid of it is if we don't feed it, because sugars feed yeasts and that turn into fungi. So stop feeding yourself high starch carbs and sugars and get most of your energy out of fats. That's what I tell most of my clients. And then have your daily iodine, because that'll help mop up any fungal issues. The best oil that you can consume is coconut oil, the best saturated fat, and that has an antifungal has an antifungal component, so that helps mop up candida as well. And also borax that we spoke about last week. Borax and magnesium to prevent osteoporosis, but borax has an antifungal property, so that helps mop up candida as well. So getting your energy from fats and having those three things really gets candida under control. We've also got some other products, one called Yeast X to help the body get rid of yeast, one called Synthol, I think it is. It's an enzyme mix, and it is really put together to help get candida under control. But the other issues that I was talking about, hormonal issues, skin issues, mental health issues, it all boils down to the same issues. It's the gut being unhealthy, not having enough good gut bacteria to create a good healthy gut, and the issue also of the liver not being able to get rid of the wastes properly. Hormones that float around our body causing havoc, they are broken down by the liver. So if our liver is under a lot of stress, which it quite often is, I've had 4 and 5 year old children that I've done the urine and saliva tests on, and they're showing as much liver stress as any adults that I've seen, and it's due to us clogging our liver up with stored fat. I often tell people we're the same as the ducks and geese that the French force-feed sugars and high-starch gruels to produce fatty livers, and then they make a delicacy called foie gras out of their fatty liver. But they force-feed them with a tube down their neck. We just don't have the tube. But if we're pouring more than 1 teaspoonful of sugar or food that converts to more than 1 teaspoonful of sugar, we'll be creating a fatty liver just the same as those poor old ducks and geese. And then our liver can't do its job properly breaking down the hormones. And that also is the issue with skin disorders. The skin is trying to get rid of the waste. So people get itchy skin, eczema, psoriasis. Really, it's the skin, the waste building up under the skin trying to get rid of it because the liver can't, because it's chock-a-block full of stored fat. So we need to get that waste being excreted by the liver. And the other issue, mental health issues, depression, anxiety, similar type things. There's a big gut-brain connection between having a good healthy gut and the brain, and there's more neurotransmitters in the gut than there are the brain, and we produce more serotonin in the gut than we do in the brain. So keeping our intestinal bacteria at a peak is really important. So it's extremely important to have as good a gut health as we can. Caleb's going to have a fermenting class in, when's that? 7th, I think, 7th of December, Saturday, the first Saturday in December, and he'll be able to teach you how to make your own fermented food, because having fermented foods, you get trillions of a broad spectrum of good gut bacteria, and it's good if you can include a portion of fermented food every day in your gut, but in your diet. But if people don't like having fermented foods, they really need a good probiotic every day. Because for some reason, just our lifestyles kill off the good intestinal bacteria. But also our brain takes 25% of our energy, so giving our brain a good, nice, even energy all day long gives us better mental health and prevents anxiety and depression, and it likes a nice even energy, not an up and down one that sugars and high starch carbs give. So that's where the low carb, high fat diet comes in as well. Fats give a nice even energy source, and the brain gets that beautiful energy all day long so it can function properly. So I am going to mention the Ultimate Vitality Boost pack again, because that's the pack. It's got beet flow to get the bile flow going from the liver to make it runny so you get rid of the waste, but that also digests the fats. Neutralises the stomach acid, so the small bowel is neutral pH, and if the stomach contents remain too acid, it kills off the good gut bacteria. So keeping that bile flow going is really important with the beet flow. It's got Omnizyme in to help digest and break down every type of food, so we get the nutrients from our food. It's got iodine, which if you have a look at on our Purple House Facebook page and read up on that iodine post that Grada shared from Dr. Circus. And it's also got the Immunosymbiotic Restore, which is a really good probiotic with the capsule being guaranteed to get through the stomach before it opens. So those 4 things that we've put in a pack they've benefited thousands of our clients, and that's why we've put it in a discounted pack, so to encourage people to use those 4 products. Grada and I use them every day, and we've been using them for years. I personally put whatever comes up in the dropper, which is probably 20 or 30 drops of iodine in the first glass of water of a morning, followed by another glass of water, and that floods my system with iodine, because iodine also kills cancer cells. So statistics tell us that 1 in 2 of us will be getting cancer by the time we're middle-aged probably, and I don't want to be one of those statistics. The other issue I come across was quite often people have lost their gallbladder, so they don't get the gush of bile to neutralise the stomach acid as well as other people anymore, and they don't digest their fats well. But it's really important to be able to get your energy out of fats. So when people have lost their gallbladder, I give them a trial of what's called ox bile salts, and if they tolerate that, they need to be taking that every meal for the rest of their life to give themselves a bolus of bile to help digest the fats, break down the fats so they get good energy from them. And then the enzyme that I recommend has also an alkalizing effect on the small bowel, because their stomach contents will be remaining a bit too acid, killing off the good gut bacteria. So if we're nice and healthy, we really need to be taking either a good probiotic or a good portion of fermented food every day. And if we're unwell, we need to be taking a lot of it to get our intestine, our gut health really well, because that's to a good health, because that's really important. That's where it all starts, and that's where it breaks down as well. So iodine, beet flow, omnizyme, which is the enzyme, and immunosymbiotic restore, they are the 4 things in the Ultimate Vitality Boost pack. Ox bile if you've lost your gallbladder, and Divigest is the enzyme I recommend for people who have lost their gallbladder. But also I'm not sure, but I would say that there are probably a few spots left in Caleb's fermenting class, so I'll put a link after the video if I can work out how to do that. Grady usually does the links after we do Facebook Lives, but I'll have a go. Hopefully I'll get it right tonight. And yeah, book in to start making your own ferments, and also buy your Ultimate Vitality Boost pack, or come and see me and we can have a look at your live and dried blood and do your urine and saliva numbers and really see where your system's at, whether you're digesting your food well or not, or haven't been getting the right nutrients for a long time and you're way out of balance, because that's quite often the case. People haven't been getting nutrients and they're way out of balance, and it's really essential to get yourself into balance to get your health back on track so you can live a good, healthy life, which we all deserve. So if you've got any questions, post them for us next week. Grada will be back next week and I'll be hopefully still on board. And yeah, have a good week and hope to hear from you. Write any comments, whether how your gut health is, and yeah, buy the products, make your own fermented foods, get your hormones, your skin, your mental health issues, your candida under control by those 4 products and fermented foods. It really works, and I'd encourage you all to do it, and it's helped thousands of our clients. So go ahead and do that for yourself, because you deserve good health as well. Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye.